I don't know why Joseph told y'all that. It's not exactly true. Welcome to Wine and Chill. I'm Stephanie, your favorite recovering lawyer, and every month, sometime during the month, we discussed how becoming a recovering lawyer, going to law school, somehow netted me 6 figures of student loans and my student loan journey on paying them off. And by somehow, the cost of education is predatory and expensive. That's how. So every month we go through my student loan payoff journey and how much I paid in the prior month. So for October, this will be what I paid in September. Everything is always retroactive. This video, we are going to discuss student loan forgiveness, the application, the lawsuits, and what the hell is going on, and whether or not you will be receiving a check in the mail. Spoiler alert, I don't know why Joseph told y'all that. It's not exactly true, but we'll get into that in a second. Let's start with first what I paid in the month of September. So if you are new, my starting amount when I started paying off my student loans on February 14th, 2020 was $304,680.17 trifling cents. Last month, I paid $1,341, which brings October's starting amount to $169,798.97 trifling cents, which I thought would be interesting to do a look back since this series now has been running for... this series has been running for 2 years on my channel. My channel is officially 2 years old as of a couple months ago. So last year in October 2021, my balance was $212,790.56 trifling cents. So in the past 12 months, I've paid $42,991.59 trifling cents, which is significantly lower than what I used to pay. And that is because we had some job changes. I've become a content creator full time, all that jazz. But I thought it was pretty interesting to see the progress because lately, I'm not even gonna lie to you, to be honest, I'm over it. I'm tired of it. They're just something that, I just keep putting a little money to. Maybe one day we'll get back to the $5,000-$6,000 payments. Maybe. Which brings me to our first order of business. Have you applied for your student loan cancellation? If you qualify, if you make less than $125,000 adjusted gross income as a single person, and if you're in a couple, the two of you are married, are filing jointly, I believe it's $250,000 jointly. I'll put it up on the screen just in case I'm wrong. I, unfortunately and sadly, as we have talked about, do not qualify. When I did finally make my lawyer big bucks, it was too much money. So even though in New York, it wasn't that much money, but that's neither here nor there. I've slowly come to terms with it. If you make significantly more, do like Elsa and let it go. It's fine. The application is linked in the description box. It's going to be linked in the pinned comment. 22 million people have already applied. From everyone I know that has applied, it's super quick, 5 minutes. You don't need to have any supporting documents. Go ahead and apply. Go ahead and apply and let the government finally work for you in this raggedy place. With that being said, so much has been going on with student loan cancellation. Originally, it was reported by the Department of Education that student loan cancellation would kick in as soon as October 23rd. It is October 31st today. Happy Halloween. It's not there. The check has not gone through, and that is because there are a few lawsuits. So let's talk about those really quickly so you at least know what's going on, a little bit of bringing in the other series that live on this channel, which is Lawyer Reacts, as well as some commentary. Joseph proposed his student loan cancellation, which is a start. It has some issues. It is first and foremost a one-time cancellation. So again, do your application. This may never come again. Now, multiple Republican-led states, multiple interest groups, multiple people, multiple AGs filed lawsuits. Most of those lawsuits were immediately dismissed, didn't have any teeth. However, there was always one. So in Missouri, a group of 7 Republican-led states filed a lawsuit in the district court. So they were in federal court. The federal judge, Judge Henry Edwards Autry, dismissed the case. Said, listen, the 7 of you, you don't have any standing. As in, you cannot show me how harm is actually occurring to you and your state if this goes through. 3 claps for the judge with sense, because how is harm going to occur if regular people finally are removed from somewhat of the burden of predatory student loans? Sounds like only positive things can occur from that. A lot of economists have also said only positives can occur from that. You want to point your ire and irritation at certain states, here are the states for you. Nebraska, Missouri, Arkansas, Iowa, Kansas, and South Carolina. I love South Carolina. How dare y'all let the devil use you like this? Their suit specifically alleged that student loan cancellation would cost private companies, private lenders, specifically stating Mohila, billions of dollars. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. And it would cause unfair tax burdens to these states. The judge wasn't buying it, so he, in the district court, threw it out. Not to be deterred, the 7 states then appealed their case. The appeal went through the 8th Circuit, and the 8th Circuit issued the temporary motion. So the motion was entered into on October 21st, was an administrative stay, an injunction, if you may. So an injunction, if you're not familiar, is the court requiring a person, an entity, a state, or Joseph Robinette Biden himself to cease from doing a specific action. In this case, cease from giving those degular people their money so that way they can pay their bills. Important to note that this injunction is simply temporary. Both the 7 states involved, as well as Joseph and his team, have until the 24th and 25th, respectively, to file their responses to the injunction. What the states motioned for and what they wanted in the purpose for the injunction was for them to have an opportunity to prove that, yes, we have standing, and yes, actual harm will occur to us in our states by ignoring what more than 50% of the actual people in the actual states want. That's neither here nor there. November is upon us. Don't forget to vote. So essentially, with all these headlines going on, those responses were due the 24th and the 25th. That was last week. That paperwork is literally just sitting there with the appellate court, waiting for them to review it, waiting for the law clerks to review everything. And once they review everything, they will issue their order, which, according to one Joseph Robinette Biden, he believes is in the next 2 weeks. That has no actual basis on the court's docket. Our legal system is very slow. However, the court did rule they do want to do this in an expedited manner, as people are very much waiting to find out whether or not their student loans will be forgiven. Which brings me to the last part of what was said by one Joseph Robinette Biden, which I will continue to call that man by his first name because we are not friends. And if you missed it, I did an entire live, it's almost 2 hours long, on yes, this student loan cancellation is a good start, but it is simply a start, and why there is huge disparate impact by not forgiving a larger amount. When the average person in the United States owes $30,000 and the average Black person owes $40,000. Just to put that out there. And that's on the screen. Now, one thing Joseph said in his speech was that you will be receiving the check within the next 2 weeks. Just to clear that up for him and for everyone else involved, and this meme really did make me laugh, the check is not getting mailed to anyone. This is not financial aid. The check is going to go directly to your student loan provider. And one of the interesting things, as reported by Forbes is making an astute assumption, so hopefully this is correct, that the student loan cancellation, if and when it does go through, it will apply to your highest interest student loan. So, for example, when I started this series, I had, I believe, 21 or 22 student loans individually. In college, I have no idea. They give you $900. It's a separate one. I now have only 3. Out of my remaining 3, my student loan interest rates are 7.21%, 6.84%, 6.41%. So, say if this was actually equitable and everyone got to receive student loan forgiveness. According to Forbes, that $20,000, because I did qualify for Pell Grants all 4 years. Yeah, I'm trying to just embrace the joy for everyone that's getting theirs forgiven. That $20,000 would go towards my largest loan, which is the $61,947.85 trifling cents, which that amount is, I believe, a semester of law school. Yeah, and that amount of money is a semester of law school, including room and board. Again, the American education system is predatory and problematic, to say the least. So with that being said, Joseph's student loan forgiveness plan, the way it works is if you make less than $125,000 as a single person, you qualify for $10,000 of student loan cancellation if you did not receive any Pell Grants at all. And then you qualify for $20,000 of student loan cancellation if you make less than the income cap and you received a Pell Grant. And it's just a Pell Grant. They have not specified that you have to have Pell Grants for more than one semester, which makes sense because I do know some people that had Pell Grants one semester and the next semester was taken away. I received a Pell Grant every single semester of undergrad. You know, it's interesting. But apparently I've become a magical rich lady all in the span of a couple years. I'm just going to keep laughing so I don't cry as to why I can't get my 20K. It's fine. So hopefully that clears up some things for you. So essentially all you have to do again is apply, and let's just wait and see what the judge says. And then hopefully the law clerk will inform the judge that they are ready to issue their order. And soon your student loan service provider will be receiving a check. On that note, I'll catch y'all in the next video. If you're getting any portion of your student loans canceled, let me know in the comments how excited are you from a scale of 1 to 10. The people in my life are being a little too calm about it. I need some rah-rah, some fanfare. Because if it was me, a party would be being had. On that note, I'll catch y'all in the next video.